Hello, today we'll be talking about Tauros. If one wishes to consider Blaze and Aqua breed Paldean Tauros as the 128th Pokémon, they are the first Fighting Fire and Fighting Water type Pokémon respectively. Its previous PYC dates are July 3rd, 1996, April 24th, 1999, February 12th, 2002, December 3rd, 2004, September 24th, 2007, July 15th, 2010, May 5th, 2013, February 24th, 2016, December 15th, 2018, and October 5th, 2021. I most remember this Pokemon as being one that Ash catches in the early anime. I remember a later episode, I think in the Diamond and Pearl era, where Professor Oak has a bunch of them at his lab. I like Taurus's design. I think it's fun that it's just a bull, but its tails are bull whips, which I think is interesting. I think the designs of Paldean Tauros are interesting. I just have no idea what the heck's going on. I haven't played Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so I have no idea. Let's read the Bulbapedia article to find out more. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we're talking about Tauros, the wild bull Pokemon whose number is 0128. So this is Tauros, this is what it looks like. This is Paldean Tauros, the combat breed, this is what it looks like. This is Paldean Tauros, the blaze breed, this is what it looks like. This is Paldean Tauros, the aqua breed, this is what it looks like. Types as non-Paldean Tauros is normal. As the combat breed Tauros, it's fighting. Blaze breed, it's fighting fire. Aqua breed, it's fighting water. Abilities, regardless, is Intimidate or Anger Point in Gen 4+. Sheer Force is the hidden ability of non-Paldean Tauros. Cut Chew is the hidden ability of Paldean Tauros. Gender ratio is 100% male. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding, 8 group field. Hatch time 20 cycles. Height, regardless, is 4'7" or 1.4 meters. As non-Paldean Tauros, its weight is 194.9 pounds or 88.4 kilograms. As combat Tauros, it's 253.5 pounds or 115 kilograms. As Blaze Tauros, it's 187.4 pounds or 85 kilograms. And as Aqua Paldean Tauros, it's 242.5 pounds or 110 kilograms. Base experience yield is 211 in the first 4 gens, 172 in 5+. Leveling rate is slow. EV yield is 2 for all of them, but they're all different. So non-Paldean Tauros has 1 in attack and 1 in speed. Paldean Tauros, they're all 2 in attack. Shape is that, footprint is that, Pokedex color is brown, other forms may have other colors, and base friendship is 70. Tauros is a normal type Pokemon introduced in Gen 1. It is not known to evolve into or from any other Pokemon, but it is considered to be a counterpart of Miltank. In Paldea, Tauros has 3 different regional forms: Combat Breed, which is pure fighting type, Blaze Breed, which is dual fighting fire, and Aqua Breed, which is dual type fighting water. Biology, Tauros is a quadrupedal bovine Pokemon. It is covered in light brown fur with a thick, darker brown mane around the neck. It has a rounded muzzle with a dark brown nose, smaller triangular eyes, 3 gray bumps running vertically down its forehead, and a pair of curved gray horns growing from atop its head. Each of its 3 black tails has a tuft of fur at the end, and there is a single gray hoof on each foot. Tauros is a male-only species. Tauros is a violent, rowdy Pokemon that whips itself into a frenzy using its 3 tails. It serves as a warning to others that Tauros is about to charge with astonishing speed. Once it starts charging, it is unable to stop or change course until it hits something. Tauros are capable of smashing through large boulders when charging. It lives and travels in herds on plains and grasslands. It will lock horns with others of its kind, and the herd's protector takes pride in its battle-scarred horns. While still ferocious, Tauros are calmer in Alola than elsewhere, likely due to the region's climate. It is believed that the practice of using Tauros as a ride Pokemon, which is done to this day, originated in Alola. In contrast, Tauros in Galar are more volatile and don't like to be ridden. So you can see Pokeride Tauros. Tauros is the only known Pokemon capable of learning the move Raging Bull. Forms: in Paldea, Tauros has 3 separate regional forms: Combat Breed, Blaze Breed, and Aqua Breed. All 3 forms of Paldean Tauros are covered in dark gray fur and have a thick black mane, gray horns, black hooves, and dark gray tails with black tips. Each form also has 3 gray bumps running vertically on its forehead, increasing in size from the top to bottom. The physical differences between the 3 forms are visible on the shapes of their horns, manes, and tails. The 3 forms of Paldean Tauros are known as the Wild Bulls of Paldea. Combat breed. The combat breed of Paldean Tauros has short, rounded, almost straight horns, and its mane and tails are shaped similarly to Cantonian Tauros. Combat breed Paldean Tauros is known for its thick, powerful muscles and aggressive nature. Thanks to its muscular body, it is skilled at close quarters combat, able to use its horns to strike at an opponent's weak spots. Blaze breed. The Blaze breed of Paldean Tauros has sharp horns, pointing forward and bent at right angles. Its mane is spiky with streaks of red, and its tails are intertwined. Blaze breed Paldean Tauros earns its name from the hot air it breathes from its nostrils. When channeling its fire energy, the bumps and horns on Blaze breed Paldean Tauros's head will glow red. The horns can reach a temperature of over 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, or 1,000 degrees Celsius, causing anyone gored by them to suffer both wounds and burns. Aqua breed. The aqua breed of Paldean Tauros has horns that usually point upward, but can rotate backward. Each horn has 2 rounded bulbous forms and a hole on its tip. Its mane flows downward and is shaped like a beard, with 5 teardrop-shaped blue accents on it. Its tails are usually straight, but can bend to form a propeller shape, which aids it in swimming. Aqua breed Paldean Tauros is recognized for its high body fat, which allows it to float easily in the water. It swims by unleashing high-pressure jets of water from its horns, as well as using its tail to propel itself. It can use the same water jets to pierce right through any enemy it hits. The bumps and horns on Aqua breed Paldean Tauros's head will glow light blue when it attacks. So you can see Blaze breed Paldean Tauros's horns glowing as it attacks. Aqua breed Paldean Tauros's horns glowing as it unleashes water from them. You got just the combat breed, Blaze breed, and Aqua breed here. Yep. You can see what the fighting and water type is like, and the fighting and fire type is like. You can see the colors there, yeah. Game data, Pokedex entries, red and blue. When it targets an enemy, it charges ferociously while whipping its body with its long tails. Yellow, a rowdy Pokemon with a lot of stamina. Once running, it won't stop until it hits something. Stadium, charges while whipping its hefty body with its tails. Although powerful, it can charge only in a straight line. Gen 2 in gold. They fight each other by locking horns. The herd's protector takes pride in its battle-scarred horns. Silver, after heightening its will to fight by whipping itself with its 3 tails, it charges at full speed. Crystal, these violent Pokemon fight with other members of their herd in order to prove their strength. Prestigium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, you get the gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire, this Pokemon is not satisfied unless it is rampaging at all times. If there is no opponent for Tauros to battle, it will charge at thick trees and knock them down to calm itself. Emerald, it is not satisfied unless it is rampaging at all times. If there is no opponent for Tauros to battle, it will charge at thick trees and knock them down to calm itself. Fire Red, when it is about to tackle, it whips its body repeatedly with its 3 long tails. Leaf Green is red and blues again. In Gen 4, Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, once it takes aim at its foe, it makes a headlong charge. It is famous for its violent nature. Heart Gold and Soul Silver, their Gold and Silver counterparts. The Gen 5 Pokedex entry are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is the silver entries. Wise is basically Fire Red's, but Tackle is the correct casing, although not referring to the move Tackle as it seems to imply in Fire Red's. It's a lowercase tackle, just the concept of tackling. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are basically Ruby and Sapphires, but Pokemon and Tauros are the correct casing. In Gen 7, Sun, historically, people in areas all over the world have ridden Tauros, but that practice is said to have started in Alola. Moon, although it is known to be a fierce Pokemon, Tauros in the Alola region are said to possess a measure of calmness. Ultra Sun, they live in groups. The one with the longest, thickest, and most scarred horns is the boss of the herd. Ultra Moon, the climate seems to be related to the reason Tauros and Alola are a little calmer than those in other regions. The Let's Go games are basically yellows, but Pokemon is the correct casing now. In Gen 8, Sword. When Tauros begins whipping itself with its tails, it's a warning that the Pokemon is about to charge with astonishing speed. Shield. The Tauros of Galar are volatile in nature, and they won't allow people to ride on their backs. Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl with their Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9, for non-Paldean Tauros, Scarlet is the red, blue, and leaf green entries. Violet is very similar to the Gold's entry, but slightly different, so I'll read it. They fight each other by locking horns. The herd's protectors take pride in their battle-scarred horns. For the combat breed Paldean Tauros in Scarlet, this Pokemon has a muscular body and excels at close quarters combat. It uses its short horns to strike the opponent's weak spots. Violet. This kind of Tauros, known as the combat breed, is distinguished by its thick, powerful muscles and its fierce disposition. For the Blaze breed, Scarlet. When heated by fire energy, its horns can get hotter than 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit, or 1,000 degrees Celsius. Those gored by them will suffer both wounds and burns. Violet. People call this kind of Tauros the Blaze breed, due to the hot air it snorts from its nostrils. Its three tails are intertwined. For the Aqua breed, Scarlet. This Pokemon blasts water from holes on the tips of its horns. The high-pressure jets pierce right through Tauros' enemies. Violet. It swims by jetting water from its horns. The most notable characteristic of the Aqua breed is its high body fat, which allows it to float easily. So we've got Tauros in the Alola Pokedex, Paldean Tauros in the Paldea Pokedex. You can see a bunch of them. There might be all of them here, but it doesn't really look like there is. I mean, certainly there's only a couple that are prominent, and it's the combat form, so I wonder why they didn't put the image or didn't have separate images for each form. I don't know. Then we got Tauros in the Blueberry Pokedex, so that's pretty cool. You get to see all the fur and stuff. Yeah, and it's pretty cool looking, the shininess, and the horns, and the hooves. It's with a bunch of them, of course. It's with a herd, that makes sense. Yes. Game locations. Side game locations, events. Held items. Pokemon caught in Gen 1 must be traded to a Gen 2 game in order for held item to appear. So red, blue, and yellow, you get a Bitterberry 100% of the time. In Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you get Normalium Z as an in-game trade 100% of the time. Stats, base stats. We'll compare Tauros and Paldean Tauros. Before we do, though, there's a note here that says all forms of Paldean Tauros have the same base stats. So, HP 75, that stays the same. Attack 100, this form has 110. 95 for defense. This one's 105. Special attack 40. This one has 30. Special defense 70. That's the same. Speed 110. That one has 100. For a total of 490 for both. In the Tauros box here, we've got a note. This Pokemon special base stat in Gen 1 was 70. Pokeathon stats. For type effectiveness, we'll compare Tauros with all three breeds of Paldean Tauros. So, non-Paldean Tauros is damaged normally by normal, flying, poison, ground, rock, bug, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, psychic, ice, dragon, dark, and fairy. While combat breed Paldean Tauros is damaged normally by normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, steel, fire, water, grass, electric, ice, and dragon. Blaze Paldean Tauros is damaged normally by normal, fighting, poison, rock, ghost, electric, dragon, and fairy. Aqua breed Paldean Tauros is damaged normally by normal, fighting, poison, ground, ghost, and dragon. Non-Paldean Tauros is weak to fighting for 2, while combat Paldean Tauros is weak to flying, psychic, and fairy for double. Blaze Paldean Tauros is weak to flying, ground, water, and psychic for double. Aqua Paldean Tauros is weak to flying, grass, electric, psychic, and fairy for double. Non-Paldean Tauros is immune to ghost, while the Paldean Tauros are immune to nothing. Non-Paldean Tauros is resistant to nothing, while combat breed Paldean Tauros is resistant to rock, bug, and dark. Blaze Paldean Tauros is resistant to bug, steel, fire, grass, ice, and dark, all for half except for bug, which is a fourth. And Aqua Paldean Tauros is resistant to rock, bug, steel, fire, water, ice, and dark, all for half. In the Tauros box here, notes: if this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Ghost-type moves is 1, so it would go from 0 to 1. Learn set by leveling up for non-Paldean Tauros. 1. Tackle and Tail Whip. 5. Work Up. 10. Payback. 15. Assurance. 20. Horn Attack. 25. Scary Face. 30. Zen Headbutt. 35. Raging Bull. 40. Rest. 45. Swagger. 50. Thrash. 55. Double Edge. And 60. Giga Impact. For Combat Paldean Tauros, get 1. Tackle and Tail Whip. 5. Work Up. 10. Double Kick. 15. Assurance. 20. Headbutt. 25 Scary Face, 30 Zen Headbutt, 35 Raging Bull, 40 Rest, 45 Swagger, 50 Thrash, 55 Double Edge, and 60 Close Combat. For Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros, you get 1 Tackle and Tail Whip, 5 Work Up, 10 Double Kick, 15 Flame Charge, 20 Headbutt, 25 Scary Face, 30 Zen Headbutt, 35 Raging Bull, 40 Rest, 45 Swagger, 50 Thrash, 55 Flare Blitz, and 60 Close Combat. For Aqua Paldean Tauros, you get 1 Tackle and Tail Whip, 5 Work Up, 10 Double Kick, 15 Aqua Jet, 20 Headbutt, 25 Scary Face, 30 Zen Headbutt, 35 Raging Bull, 40 Rest, 45 Swagger, 50 Thrash, 55 Wave Crash, and 60 Close Combat. By TM, for non-Paldean Tauros, 1 you get Takedown, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 34 Icy Wind, 36 Rock Tomb, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 51 Sandstorm, 53 Smart Strike, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 84 Stomping Tantrum, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 99 Iron Head, 103 Substitute, 114 Shadow Ball, 123 Surf, 125 Flame Thrower, 126 Thunderbolt, 130 Helping Hand, 134 Reversal, 135 Ice Beam, 141 Fire Blast, 143 Blizzard, 147 Wild Charge, 149 Earthquake, 150 Stone Edge, 152 Giga Impact, 156 Outrage, 163 Hyper Beam, 166 Thunder, 167 Close Combat, 168 Solar Beam, 171 Terra Blast, 186 High Horsepower, 199 Lash Out, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 221 Throat Chop, and 224 Curse. For Paldean Tauros, the Combat Breed, 1 Takedown, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 36 Rock Tomb, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 51 Sandstorm, 53 Smart Strike, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 64 Bulk Up, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 84 Stomping Tantrum, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 89 Body Press, 99 Iron Head, 103 Substitute, 106 Drill Run, 123 Surf, 134 Reversal, 147 Wild Charge, 149 Earthquake, 150 Stone Edge, 152 Giga Impact, 156 Outrage, 163 Hyper Beam, 167 Close Combat, 171 Terra Blast, 186 High Horsepower, 199 Lash Out, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 221 Throat Chop, and 224 Curse. For Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros, 1 Takedown, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 24 Fire Spin, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 36 Rock Tomb, 38 Flame Charge, 47 Endure, 49 Sunny Day, 50 Rain Dance, 51 Sandstorm, 53 Smart Strike, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 64 Bulk Up, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 84 Stomping Tantrum, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 89 Body Press, 99 Iron Head, 103 Substitute, 106 Drill Run, 107 Will-O-Wisp, 125 Flamethrower, 134 Reversal, 141 Fire Blast, 147 Wild Charge, 149 Earthquake, 150 Stone Edge, 152 Giga Impact, 156 Outrage, 157 Overheat, 163 Hyper Beam, 165 Flare Blitz, 167 Close Combat, 171 Terra Blast, 186 High Horsepower, 199 Lash Out, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 207 Temper Flare, and 224 Curse. Paldean Tauros Aqua Breed, 1 Takedown, 6 Scary Face, 7 Protect, 11 Water Pulse, 18 Thief, 20 Trailblaze, 22 Chilling Water, 25 Facade, 28 Bulldoze, 36 Rock Tomb, 47 Endure, 50 Rain Dance, 51 Sandstorm, 53 Smart Strike, 55 Dig, 59 Zen Headbutt, 64 Bulk Up, 66 Body Slam, 70 Sleep Talk, 84 Stomping Tantrum, 85 Rest, 86 Rock Slide, 89 Body Press, 99 Iron Head, 103 Substitute, 106 Drill Run, 110 Liquidation, 123 Surf, 134 Reversal, 142 Hydro Pump, 147 Wild Charge, 149 Earthquake, 150 Stone Edge, 152 Giga Impact, 156 Outrage, 163 Hyper Beam, 167 Close Combat, 171 Terra Blast, 186 High Horsepower, 199 Lash Out, 204 Double Edge, 205 Endeavor, 208 Whirlpool, and 224 Curse. By breeding for non-Paldean Tauros, the Mirror Herb gives you Curse and Endeavor. Paldean Tauros has the same, just all of them have the same. I already looked through these to make sure it was the same. So yeah, they all have the same. Special moves for Paldean Tauros Combat Breed In these events, you get Rest and Wild Charge. Side game data for Cantonian Tauros. Got all this. Yep. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. If Tauros spots a Ranger, it snorts harshly and charges with its horns out. Shadows of Volmia. It thrashes wildly and rams to attack. Got all this. Yep, okay. Combat breed. Supposed to be images for Pokemon Go. You know what they look like. Yeah, it's weird. Okay. Form data, Paldean Tauros has 3 non-interchangeable forms: Combat Breed, Blaze Breed, and Aqua Breed. Visually, each breed has different horns, manes, and tails. The breeds have different types, with Combat Breed being Fighting type, Blaze Breed being Dual type Fighting Fire, and Aqua Breed being Dual type Fighting Water. They also learn different moves, and the type of Tauros' signature move, Raging Bull, changes based on the user's form, being Fighting type for Combat Breed, Fire type for Blaze Breed, and Water type for Aqua Breed. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the Blaze Breed is found exclusively in Pokemon Scarlet, while the Aqua Breed is found exclusively in Pokemon Violet. The Combat Breed is most common of the 3 and is found in both versions. Regular Tauros bred in Paldea without an Everstone will always produce Combat Breed Paldean Tauros. I don't know what's with this box. Almost feels like I should have had this earlier. Like, you get tackle. This feels like a box that should have been up in the level up. So you get 1 tackle, tail whip, 5 work up for all of them, 10 double kick. You get for all of them, or maybe, I don't know what these mean. I don't know what gray means. 15 assurance, I guess you get for that one. Flame charge, you get for that one. Maybe that's typing, like normal, like it's a fighting type. Aqua jet for that one, that's 15. 20, 25, headbutt and scary face for all of them. 30 zen headbutt. 35 raging bull, 40 rest, 45 swagger, 50 thrash for all of them. 55 double edge for combat breed. Flare blitz for this one. Wave Crash for Aqua Breed, 60 close combat for all of them. I don't know why this is here. Evolution data, none of them evolved, so I'm just gonna scroll through these. Okay. Sprites. So, okay, you got the basics, pretty much. You know, a couple, well, not quite all of the dots, or maybe that's supposed to be a third one. This has only 1, though. These 2 only have 1, or maybe 2. That's interesting. You know, it's different, wrong color, you know. These are all like the same kind of basic colors. The main is wildly different. This one's green for some reason. Back sprite doesn't work for it because of the colors and general shape. Yes. Okay. Perspective's a bit weird. It's kind of missing a lot of its body, but I guess the main is covering it up. I guess that's the idea there. Gen 2, get kind of closer. It's just kind of a gold and a brown. You get 3 of these things now. It's green and yellow for the shiny. That's interesting. So now it's brown. It's different shades of browns and crystals. Still same kind of basic shiny though. That's interesting. Okay, in Gen 3, so you got the correct, or all the colors are here now. So I guess it went from, so now it's like purple. This is now green and yellow. Fire red and leaf green, very interesting, very simplified version of these guys. I don't know why. But the whips are now a different color than these. That's interesting. Seems like it stays like that, or at least for Gen 4 here. It's a different color though. These are like a gray now, a dark gray. Maybe a silver. This is a much brighter yellow, I think, and probably much brighter green. These are, yeah, much different browns. Yes. And then Gen 5. It's different sprites, which is interesting. Full body back sprites. Yes, this is, yeah. Gen 6, pretty good translation for these guys. Oh, it's now different shades of green for the shiny. That's interesting. And the tails, yeah, the tails don't change. Gen 7 here, not much difference, I'm sure. Yeah. Then the Let's Go games, then Sword and Shields here. You got all that. Homes, so
It's a much darker. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I guess the brown becomes darker when it comes to models, doesn't it? Yeah, for that. But also just in general, this is a darker, and this is much more shiny for some reason. It's so weird that it becomes green, but whatever. These are blue for some reason. These are like purple. Here's all the different breeds of the Paldean one, and so the shinies. Oh yeah, this is our only opportunity to see the shinies since the Gen 9 is missing. So it's a darker, so it's like a black instead of a gray. Oh, it's reversed. It's reversed colors. That's fun. Yeah, these are just reversed colors. Okay, that's fun. In the anime, Tauros in the anime, so Ash's Tauros, there's a bunch of them. Yep. Yep, you got all this. Yep. Paldean Tauros, the combat breed in the anime, with a Skiddo and a couple Deerling, and their spring form, I think. Yep, you got all this. Yep. Pokedex entries. This first one I've already recorded for the anime section, so we'll let Dexter read it.
Tauros, a wild bull Pokemon. When whipping itself with its 3 tails, its tackle is a powerful destructive force.
In episode 35, in Ash's Pokedex, Tauros, its special attack is tackle. Due to their docile nature, they won't attack without being assaulted first. This is translated from the Japanese version. Right, because it's a banned episode. In what I assume is Journeys, episode 21, in Go's Rotom Phone. Tauros, the wild bull Pokemon. A normal type. Tauros run in herds. In the wild, the herd member with the longest, thickest, and most scarred horns is said to be the leader. Pokemon Origins, Paldean Winds, Paldean Tauros, Combat Breed, and Pokemon Paldean Winds. Terra Paldean Tauros, Combat Breed in Paldean Winds. That's cool. In the manga, you got Tauros and the Electric Tales of Pikachu. That's much different than the cartoony version we know. Yep. Pokemon Adventures, Tauros and Pokemon Adventures. That's much more the cartoony version. Yep. In the TCG and the TFG trivia, Tauros can be seen as a counterpart to Miltank. Both are bovine-like Pokemon with the same base stat total. While Tauros is a male-only species, Miltank is a female-only species. Despite not being associated with a certain group, both Tauros and Miltank are listed on the same Pokedex page in Pokemon Sun and Moon. The same trait is true with Oranguru and Passimian. According to Pokemon Sun and Moon, Tauros was designed by Shigeki Morimoto. Additionally, in Pokemon Sun and Moon, if the player brings a Tauros with a Game Boy Origin mark to Game Freak Morimoto at Hiahia City, he will remark on how Tauros used to be one of the most powerful Pokemon in the Gen 1 Core Series games, in part because it could learn Blizzard. All 3 forms of Paldean Tauros were designed by James Turner. Tauros is the only Pokemon to have more than one regional form within the same region. In the Paldean region, it has 3 different regional forms. Tauros forms a notable bug in Pokemon Play It, a game largely based on the trading card game. Once the Tauros card appears either in the player's own deck or that of the digital opponent, the game will shut down or freeze the player's computer. This 5th point I basically read in the Kadabra video. Blaze Breed Paldean Tauros is the only dual-type fighting fire Pokemon to not be an evolutionary relative of a first partner Pokemon. There is an entry for Cantonian Tauros in the Paldean Pokedex, even though it is not available in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet unless transferred from home. The same entry was later made available through the Blueberry Pokedex. The entry for Cantonian Tauros and Violet was edited slightly as of version 1.3.0. The original text is as follows. They fight each other by locking horns. The herd's protector takes pride in its battle-scarred horns. It is identical to Cantonian Tauros' Pokedex entries in Pokemon Gold, Stadium 2, and Pokemon Heart Gold. Wonder why they made it plural. Origin, Tauros appears to be based on a bull or a bison and may also be based on the constellation Tauros. Its tails may be based on a whip, more specifically the Cat-O-9 tails. Paldean Tauros' appearance, typing, and the fact that it is found in a region inspired by the Iberian Peninsula suggest inspiration from the Spanish fighting bull. The black color could also be inspired by the Osborne bull, which has become a cultural emblem of Spain. The 2 variations of Paldean Tauros being fire and water types specifically could be a reference to 2 of the most famous and controversial bullfighting practices in Spain. The Toro Embolato, mainly from the Valencian community where the bull horns are set on fire, and the Bolas a la Mar, from the Valencian region of Denia, where the bulls run down the Marqués de Campo street and end up swimming in the Mediterranean Sea. The aqua breed may also loosely be based on a water buffalo, and the form of its tails could take inspiration from ship propellers or water wheels, as well as the Triskelion, a popular motif by ancient European cultures, especially the Celts. Name origin: Tauros may be derived from the Japanese name Kentauros. It may also be derived from Tauros, Greek for bull. Very likely. Kentauros may be derived from that, Greek for centaur. Oh. Huh. In other languages, really, got all these, I guess. They all have their own languages. See also references, external links to the Paldean forums. Let's move on.
Now let's watch the first scene in the anime of Tauros.
Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 33, The Flame Pokemonathon, as you can see there. In this episode, Ash Ketchum, the main character, his traveling companions Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu, have entered the Safari Zone. They have heard a bit of a rumbling, and they're about to see what it is after this, get back to, There's Tauros. I've heard of him. That's Tauros' first scene in the anime. Let's move on.
Now let's talk about the TCG. I have one Tauros card, which is non-Paldean Tauros.
It's the first Tauros card design. It was illustrated by Kikamaru Humino. It's an interesting image to be the first one to show the new audiences. It shows it off fine, but I think more of the body should have been shown. Speaking of the body, I'm fairly certain that's not how bodies work. Anyway, Tauros has 60 HP. It's 4'7" and 195 pounds, which is 0.1 pounds heavier than its weight in the official Pokedex. Next to the weight, there's the Jungle Expansion symbol. It has two moves, Stomp and Rampage. I've already talked about Stomp in the video game, so I'll just talk about what it's like on this card. It costs 2 of any energy. Depending on a coin flip, this move does either 20 or 30 damage. In the video games, Rampage is not a move, but instead a Pokemon state that affects how it battles. Rampage does not allow the player to use any other move until the battle is over, the Pokemon has fainted, or the Rampage is over. Once it is, the Pokemon becomes confused, assuming it hasn't ended with them fainting. On this card, it costs 3 of any energy. If Tauros is at full health, it does 20 damage. If it is at 40 HP, it does 30 damage. If it is at 30 HP, it does 40 damage. If it is at 20 HP, it does 50 damage. If it is at 10 HP, it does 60 damage. Regardless of how much damage is dealt, the player must also flip a coin. If it's tails, Tauros is now confused. Tauros is weak to fighting for double damage. It's resistant to psychic for minus 30 damage. This seems to be representing the immunity to Ghost-type Tauros has in the video games. Ghost-type is often represented as Psychic in the TCG. It costs 2 of any energy for Tauros to retreat. Its description reads, when it targets an enemy, it charges ferociously while whipping its body with its long tails. This is the Pokedex entry of Pokemon Red, Blue, Leaf Green, and Scarlet. It's level 32.
I don't have a card for Magikarp, so the next Pokemon with the card I'll be talking about is Eevee. Now let's see why people love Tauros.
Hello and welcome to the community post section of the video. We got a response here from number 1 Drizzile fan, so thank you for that. The question is, what do you love about Tauros? For this question, you can answer with non-Paldean Tauros, combat breed Paldean Tauros, blaze breed Paldean Tauros, or aqua breed Paldean Tauros. Number 1 Drizzile fan says, I think it's neat that it was and is oppressively powerful in Gen 1 competitive, then immediately fell off hard in Gen 2, and after that it was just okay with sheer force. Also cool that Paldean Tauros sets a precedent for variance within regional forms, even if it has an awful shiny IMO, in my opinion. Thank you for responding, let's move on.
Now let's look at fan art.
Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Nobody sent in fan art, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you familiar with the series, you might be wondering why we're on that single image. That's because this is the only image we'll be doing today. So this is Tauros and Bouffalant by MCG Mark. So it's just a fun image of Bouffalant, looks like you're sleeping or something, lying down at least, and then a couple Tauros next to it. I don't know if they're trying to wake it up or, yeah, this one looks like it's wanting to play. This one kind of also looks like it's just ready to lie down. And then we got a Pidgey up here. Yeah, it's fun. That's it, let's move on.
Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I talk about Snorlax before I can catch a Tauros. I'll have to wait until I've talked about the Gen 9 Pokemon to get back to the Paldean Tauros. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Magikarp. As always, this is my proper outfit and you'll see me tomorrow.